I'm going to show you how to paint the gems. I'm going to show you only one because all of them are the same. So the first thing you need to do is to paint the white, but keeping this thin black line in the outer limits of the different gems. I don't have purple contrast, so you have you can use the purple contrast obviously. So I mix those two colors and achieve this beautiful purple that I'm applying now over all the gems. Because they are white, the contrast is covering pretty good. And now I'm using the wine red to apply a first light. You know that you have a PDF about the eldar spirits here this month, where I explain how to paint the gems. But anyway, I think it's a good idea to see the process instead of reading the process. You need to push the lights in one side of the gem, one curve. So the first highlights are covering almost everything, but as you see, as I apply more and more light, adding in this case more whole rows, I'm trying to reduce the area of light, concentrating it in the curve of the gem, where I'm applying all the time the highlights. It is important not to replace the previous layer, not to cover the previous layer, but keeping part of the previous color still visible. In the opposite part of the gem, in the opposite curve, you can see that I have applied a bright. We will push this bright later. But the idea is very simple, just adding more and more and more highlights, following the curve, following the pattern. And finally, you can see that with a quite thick paint, I'm applying final dots and brights, pure white. Sorry because it is blurry, but I think it's understandable. These final highlights with pure white are the final sparks on the gems that produces the correct effect on them, like if they were say shiny. Now I'm going to paint the weapon, and sorry because of the wet palette, because it appears blurry as well, but well, I think it's enough to see the color, which is the important thing. I'm going to paint the weapon using ocean blue and black because the weapon is black and almost everything in this figure is black, so I prefer to achieve different blacks. So the black of the fabrics are purple, and this black is going to be more like ocean, an ocean green, blue-green, you know. I apply a first and thick and rough block of color, which is very easy to place. You don't need to blend here anything. But as you see, it's quite concentrated. It doesn't cover a big amount of space in this case in the weapon. One key thing with the black is try to concentrate the color, because if not, we are losing the pure black, and it will look like another thing, not like black. I take advantage of this color and I'm painting the armor with this tonality. Now with a mix of both colors, black and this ocean blue that I have used, ocean green, I'm blending. You see that the dilution is quite high, and I'm patching in the cut created between colors to blend them. The idea is not to cover part of the black or a big part of the black, so we don't lose the effect or looking of the black color. Adding ice yellow, as you have seen in the screen, I'm adding highlights. And the key thing in this part of the process is try not to cover too much. Once again, because if you cover too much, you will lose the black. So this color, which is more luminous, is more focused in outlining and applying thin highlights in the different parts of the volumes. As you see, almost all the layers of these more luminous colors that I'm applying are focused and located in the edges or in very small areas of the shapes. This is the final highlight. As you see, it's edge highlighting. Very concentrated. I don't outline everything, I just outline in the areas of light with this color, in areas where I have a bright. As I said, trying not to lose the effect of the black. And finally, with pure black, we can try to boost a bit the darkness, because maybe we have lost a bit of the black, or maybe the prime was not as black as the color. Outline everything and maybe add an extra dot of light in a specific edge of the weapon, fingers, etc., but very, very specific. And finally, we have two different elements that are black. Both of them are black, but different, so they contrasting between them without being confusing.